Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to help you here with your homework tonight and talk about two quick problems. This first problem is similar to several problems on your homework, but in general, I'm just going to use this to talk about how do you solve an equation with more than one variable in general. And I'm just going to solve for r really quick. So that's very important that I state that. Again, the idea here is we're going to treat any variable that's not r, in other words t and y and c, as if they're numbers. So if you ever get stuck as to what to do or when to do it, I encourage you to replace all the other variables with numbers. For example, let's call t3, y4, and c5. I'm literally just picking random numbers. If you were going to solve this equation, number one, we'd probably choose to write it as 3r rather than r3. But assuming we did that, this is an easy two-step equation. What would you do first? Plus 4, of course. Well, if you know that, then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to plus y first, because again, our goal is to get r by itself. We're going to use the inverse order of operations since multiplication comes first in the order of operations. We'll do it last in the inverse order of operations. So we're going to add y first. Now, the tricky part about this, when you have something that looks like this, you know, c plus y, and you're not sure what to do with it, obviously we know 5 plus 4 is 9. Here, all you're going to do is just, well, leave it as c plus y. Don't need to simplify that. Same thing here, you know the next step in this equation, if you have 3r equals 9, is to simply divide each side by 3. Same thing here. I want to get r by itself, I need to divide by t since I'm multiplying. Now keep in mind when you multiply and divide, you need to multiply and divide the entire side. That's true for all of these problems. You need to multiply and divide the entire side. When you add or subtract, you just add or subtract once on the end of the problem. Anyways, if I did this correctly, I should get c plus y all over t. That's an easy two-stepper, and that is correct. That is your answer. Do keep in mind, we can write this multiple ways. I could also have written this kind of like this. I could have written it y plus c all over t. It depends what order you chose to write c plus y. That's a matter of preference. You could do y plus c or c plus y. Your answer is going to look slightly different. I'm going to use another example to talk more specifically about this. If you take a look at problem 12 on your homework, this one is exactly 12. It asks us to solve for n. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of circle n just so I remember that that's the thing I'm solving for. Which tells me I need to get rid of everything else. And in this problem, there's a couple of things here. I have parentheses, and I could distribute this into the parentheses. That's going to be a lot of work. I actually want to get rid of the division first in this case. So I'm actually going to multiply both sides by 2. In doing so, I'm going to cancel out this 2. And 2 times s is, you guessed it, just 2s. If I've done that correctly, should have n times the quantity a plus t is equal to 2s. Sorry, my s's look like 5s. But from this step, I need to get rid of the whole a plus t. If you think about it, this n is being multiplied. So I can actually divide this entire group, a plus t, which means that I can divide this entire group by a plus t. If I look at the bottom of the worksheet, it has exactly n equals 2s all over a plus t, so we know that we've done it right. Again, could I have written it 2s over t plus a or something like that? Absolutely. There's some choice in the matter of how you write it. If you think you're close, just leave it. Don't worry about getting the exact right answer. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. If you have any more questions, please feel free to let me know, and I will help you as soon as I see you in class tomorrow.